welcome to Relate and Illuminate. I'm joined here today with Kimberly Lowe.
Yes, hello.
Hi, thanks for joining me.
Yes, no problem.
So Kimberly is a massage therapist, among other things. She's also a mother of a beautiful 9-year-old daughter that I know and am very fond of. But she also, her main focus right now is she's a teacher and on the elementary school level. So I wanted to talk today about her school, and it's a Title I school. And so let her talk to you about that.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Title I school is a school that receives federal funding because a significant portion of the population within the school is at or below poverty level. Many of the kids are unhoused, or they have a lot of food insecurity.
So that means they come to school.
They come to school hungry and tired. Oftentimes, the only meals they get are the ones they get at school.
And then that affects them intellectually, emotionally.
Oh, yes. Yes. It's hard to concentrate when you're hungry. It's hard to concentrate when you're tired, when you're always in a fight or flight type of stress situation. Outside of school is a place where maybe you can relax and fall asleep.
Yeah. They feel safe.
Yes. Hopefully.
Yeah. And they're tired because many of them are homeless.
They're homeless, living in a car, living on couches, maybe in a shelter. Maybe their living situation is not what we would consider safe or secure. There could be things that they hear or see that are scary.
And there's also parents that are struggling, and that might cause them to just react or not treat them the way they really should be treated if they were in a more comfortable situation, like if parents are unemployed and struggling.
Yeah, the higher stress the parents have in their life, it's going to be harder to regulate their own emotions, to help their children learn to regulate their emotions. If they are living in situations where maybe they themselves are being abused or have been abused, then it can kind of continue on with the children. And it's just not good all the way around.
Yeah. So as a teacher, you face many challenges.
Yes. Our contract hours are for 35 hours a week, at least mine are. I oftentimes am working 45 to 50 hours a week, whether it's extra hours in the classroom, planning on the weekends at home. I often spend an entire weekend day planning, what am I going to do with my kids the following week? And then resources within the schools are not plentiful. So I spend money, quite a bit of my own money on my students. And I think that's pretty common amongst all teachers.
Wow. Like decorating your room and maybe little things for them, or some kind of snack.
Yeah, I try to make sure I have snacks in my classroom for everyone. I also try to do something special for everyone's birthday. Because a lot of times they don't have that in their house, and I love birthdays, and I think they're all special. So I do try to make a warm and welcoming environment, somewhere that looks and feels safe, to make to help kids be ready to learn.
And let's say one child is acting out. Does it affect the whole classroom?
Oh, yes. So if kids don't know how to regulate themselves, their own emotions, and that can happen for a lack of nutrition. If they're hungry and tired, I know I get quite grumpy when I'm hungry and tired. And,
Me too.
so you're right. It doesn't just affect them, and it doesn't just affect me. It affects everybody. Mm-hmm. If one person is screaming in the room, everyone is affected. Teaching has to stop. Learning has to stop. That has to be handled. And then physical aggressions, the classroom has to be emptied. We keep the kid who is being physically aggressive contained in that room with one or two other adults, and everyone else has to leave. And that is a full disruption to the day and sometimes to the week. Wow. It's hard to recover from those.
The other thing I think is challenging for teachers is, they're not appreciated and they're not compensated well. And so, I just want you to know that, whoever's watching, so that you've heard of the PTA. That's something the community can support with donations.
Yes, donations. You don't have to have a kid at that school also to join. I think it's maybe $15 or something like that to join the PTA. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but it's very cheap to join and participate in meetings. And if you don't have the time to do that, then donations to your local PTAs are always welcome.
Great. And I do know that your school, usually Title I schools, will provide breakfast and lunch.
My school provides free breakfast for every kid, whether they want it or not. And then most of our kids get a free lunch. Some are greatly reduced lunch as far as pricing is concerned, with a very small percentage of kids actually having to pay full price for their lunch, which is
because of their income,
$2 or $3.
Yeah.
But everyone gets breakfast and lunch, and then the kiddos who have families who qualify, they also receive backpacks with canned goods to last over the weekend, or for longer breaks, they get more.
Mm-hmm. And yet, if there's big families at home, it doesn't go.
Right, yeah. If they only have one kiddo at the school, then they get one backpack. And if there are, 3, 4, 5 kids in the family, plus mom and dad, it's not going to last very long. There's only so many ways you can stretch.
No, I get it. Mm-hmm. So, are there anything parents can do? But I guess if they're challenged and unemployed, they're
right. So financially, there's not a ton parents can do, save for the parents who are financially able to. Contribute to classrooms individually. They can contribute by being a PTA member. Donations of food and clothing is always nice also, for the Title I schools. Mm-hmm. Non-perishables, things that are not expired.
Right. And would they be able to volunteer in the classroom? I know we used to have room mothers.
There is, yes. So there is a position on the PTA board that helps to coordinate parents in the classroom as well. Also, we have a program, it's called the Grandma Program. So it could be men or women, but we call them grandmas at our school. And they get paid a little bit. It's usually retired people who come and they just hang out in the classroom and help out and volunteer their time for a tiny little bit of money.
Oh. Or they could just volunteer.
Or they can volunteer. Yeah. Fully volunteer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. I know one thing. I'm going to make a donation to the PTA, to her school today. Because I'm so, in awe of what teachers do. And I was a teacher on the college level, but it's not like what she's dealing with. It's very challenging. So I hope you can get involved in the community, all of my listeners. And I want to thank you for being with me today.
Thank you for having me.
And please let us know how you feel, and comment on social media or YouTube. And I'll see you next time.
Young people are the heirs to our society, so please let's invest in them and donate or volunteer at your local county Title I schools.